What is it with we human beings? Because this isn't just an American issue. This is a human issue. What is it with us where we begin to dislike people that are great for a long time? What sense does that make? Now, I'm seeing this all over social media, and I understand I have to consider the source. Some of the stuff people say on social media is just ludicrous. And I think it's because they feel like they can just launch stuff out into the interweb, and they're behind a keyboard and no one's next to them, so they don't really feel the impact of their ridiculousness. But I'm talking specifically about Tom Brady and the Patriots. Now, this is not a sports show, so this is not a sports point. But they've been great for a very long time, and here they are in another Super Bowl. And after this all happened, I saw it all over the internet. I saw it in articles from actual sports writers. I saw it on social media. But there's this sentiment that, you know what? We hate these guys because they're always in the Super Bowl. Now, quick context of this. I understand fandom. I get it. I understand what a fanatic means. You should cheer for your team. Joe loves Alabama. Alabama's always in the hunt. People hate Alabama too. Why? You ask them, why do you hate them? Because they're just so good. They're always there. That irritates me. So that's why I want to get behind the comment. Because the comment itself, I understand you're a fan, you don't like them. I get it. You can root for your team, which means you root against other teams. I get it. But I'm talking about, like, if you got no dog in the hunt and you just go, I hate Tom Brady because he's just so stinking good and he's always there. The guy's he's just too good, he's too perfect, blah, 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 blah. And it's nonsense. And it drives me crazy. And here's what's going on. If you're not careful and you don't realize what's happening, you'll let it seep into your own life. Every one of us wants to go to a great dinner. If I said to you, hey, I'm going to give you a gift card to an average restaurant, you'd kind of look at me like I was a jerk. You know? Hey, by the way, this is an average restaurant, but I'm giving you a gift card to an average restaurant. Or if you said to your wife, hey, sweetheart, we're going to go out on a date Friday night. I'm going to take you to an average to below average restaurant. How would your wife feel about that? Let's just say, hey, we're going to go to an average hotel. That's average. Now, this is if you're splurging. I understand if you're on a budget. But I'm saying, like, if you think about what you could do if you could just name your vacation, name a concert that you want to go to, would you say, if money weren't an issue, would you say, let's go see an average to below average band? We're in the sports discussion. Here's the context of this whole point. How many of you want to cheer for your team, but only if they're average? I just want my team to be average. No, you want your team to be great. You want to go to a great concert. You want to go on a great vacation. You want to go to a great restaurant. You want your kids to do great. Okay. So then why is it that we despise and don't want to see greatness continue? What's going on there? Here's what's happening. You've got a team or you have a mild interest in the sport and you just want to see something different. And so it's under the disguise of, I'm just tired of seeing Tom Brady and the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. I'm kind of tired of seeing them in there, I don't want to see more. So you think, oh, that's just a harmless thought. It's not, because that could seep into other areas of your life when you start comparing yourself to other people. Uh-oh. You were wondering, where was I going with this? It's the same attitude. It's this human. It's not a quality. It's a human condition where we simply look at other people that are doing really, really well, and they've done really, really well for a long time, and then we begin to resent them. We resent. I remember, Joe, back in the 90s, okay, I'm in college, and I'd never been to a NASCAR race in my life, and I had a buddy said, I'm going to take you to a NASCAR race. So I went and I got hooked and I loved it. So I started watching it. So as I started watching, I started learning all the backstories. And there was this young guy named Jeff Gordon who had just become Rookie of the Year. And then he started winning and he started taking on Dale Earnhardt. And so I remember watching races, and I'd go to these live races and the drivers would get in the back of these pickup trucks and they would drive them around the track so everybody could cheer for him. Whatever. And so when Jeff Gordon got out there, everybody started booing him. And I remember talking to some people who knew the sport really well. And I go, no, why are they booing him? What did he do? Oh, he didn't do anything. He just wins a lot. He's not Dale Earnhardt. Well, then they said, well, when Dale Earnhardt started dominating, everybody booed him too. So you boo the guy that's winning a lot. No, why is that? You got to be careful with this. It's a mindset. Oh, I just want it to be fair. I want it to be equal. He's winning all the time. I'm tired of seeing the Patriots in the Super Bowl. You ought to be saying, you know what? That is excellence. They are the gold standard. That's impressive. I want to be like them. I want to be excellent for a long period of time. Because I think at the end of the day, there's something in this human condition that goes, well, I'm not doing as good as I could be doing, and so I don't want the guy that's really killing it to be killing it all the time. Yeah, why are you even comparing yourself to everybody else? I don't like it. Now, that's my armchair psychology, but I'm going to tell you what this is about. I don't like when I hear Americans and people that I'm around, they poo-poo greatness. You don't have to like the Patriots. You don't have to root for them. But you ought to stink and respect people that do great things over a sustained period of time because it's not easy. And they're maximizing their potential. You ought to be going after the same thing yourself, not booing, not resenting somebody who's doing it the way you ought to be doing it. Dadgummit. Why do we not like greatness? Well, Ken, good grief. You really overthought that one. No, I haven't. I'm telling you, it's a problem. And it affects you folks that are listening right now. When you start looking out at other people who are doing great and you start resenting them and creating all the reasons why they shouldn't have the success they have, instead of focusing on what your role is and how you can be great at being you, you ought to admire greatness. Aspire to be a great version of yourself, not knock somebody who's been at the top for a long time. It's crazy. We love seeing people fall from the top, don't we? And then we'll root for them once they're at the bottom. The same people that you didn't like because they were at the top for so long, as soon as they fall, oh, we love a good comeback. What is wrong with us? I'm going to tell you what it is. It's a deep-seated comparison problem. Oh, boy, I'm stepping all over toes. All right, enough of that. You let that hit you where it needs to.